Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Denise and today we are going to be exploring my findings drawers. So these are all of my jewelry findings and we're actually going to be going through, let's see if I can get all the way down here. We're actually going to be going through all of these drawers. So this is like a roller cart with all my findings in it, and then on top of the roller cart I have this 2-drawer green container, and it actually has I try to keep everything as organized as I can. But it actually has the supplies labeled by the drawer. This is my jump ring drawer. So what I think I'm going to do is roll the cart out to the table, put each drawer on the table, and then we can go through it. I think that's going to be the best way, instead of me just trying to open up the drawers with one hand and also hold the camera. Okay guys, so give me a minute or so. I will cut off the camera and then turn it right back on once I get over to the sewing table. Alright, thanks guys. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Denise. Today we're going through a series that is called Unique Jewelry Findings. Let's see, I had another name to that. I'm sorry guys. It is okay, it is Unique Jewelry Findings and Supplies, okay? That is the series that we're actually going through today. I think, let's see, this is part 4. Yeah, this is part 4. Let's see, part 1 was the jump rings, the closures, the lobster claws. Part 2 was the cording, the string, the nylon, anything you needed to bead the beads along, to bead the beads on. And then part 3 was the bells, the end caps, any and everything that would make your design look professional and nice. So this is part 4, and this will be the seed beads drawer. So all of this will be seed beads, okay? And once again, on this series, we're just going through the supplies. We're not presenting any of the made earrings at the end of each one of these videos. This is the only series that I'm just doing the supplies only. So today it's the seed beads, and let's see, first I think what I want to show you is how I kind of manage them, because the seed beads can they can drop and go all over the place, and then you can have a mess in no time. So let me move the box over to the right, and then I will start, I'm sorry, over to my left, and I will start sliding them in this white space so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, first we'll go over the funnel. Of course, if you get the beads in a bag, a large bag, sometimes I separate my beads in like smaller bags like this. Sometimes they come in really, really large bags, and I just like to have a workable size. Because normally when I am setting out a design, I'm setting out like different colors to go with the design, and so I want everything to be able to fit into one of my plastic lids, my lid tops. This is what I use to hold my beads because of the curvature over here, and then it just kind of holds the beads inside without this being flat and the beads just flipping out, flipping over, or me dropping them. So I have the smaller shoebox lids like this that I get from Walmart from my plastic containers, because I use those as well. That's how I separate and categorize everything. And then I have the really, really large plastic lids that are the tops to the plastic containers. So whenever I'm setting out my designs, I will put them across the lids. So if I have beads that have like big bags, it's difficult for me to get everything out on the same lid. Okay, so I put them in manageable packages like this. And these are the plastic bags that I get from Walmart. I think, well, prices have gone up because of the tariffs, but they used to be like $1.99 for 100 of them. And I just get these in all sizes. But how I pour my beads inside this bag is with this funnel. And I have probably about 2 or 3 of these in different sizes, and I think these actually came from the Dollar Tree. But anyway, I keep this in my bead drawer, so I can always have it when I need it. Okay, the other tool that I will use are the measuring spoons. Because sometimes I just want to scoop up a certain amount of beads, or I want to scoop them out of the bag and onto the tray, onto the inside of this tray, like towards the end. I'll put colors like over here, maybe gold. On the opposite side, it may be brown. In between, it may be purple. So if I can scoop this out of the bag, it actually helps without the beads falling all over the place, or without them falling through my fingers. Okay, and last but not least, what is this called? I use it with the beads whenever I want to gather them up. Like I'll put this end part right here on the plastic and gather them up that way. Sometimes I'll scoop them up this way if I'm scooping up one by one. Sometimes I'll use this as a dipper to dip out. I know this tool is for something else. I think I got this tool at the Dollar Tree in a bag with something else. So if anybody knows what this tool is, you can leave it in the comments below. But that's what I use it for. I'm able to lay all sides on and just scoop from any direction. So, and I guess you could probably put the beads through here and then put this tip in your jar, and you could get the beads on that way. But I'd much rather use a funnel to do that than this. So for me, this just scoops up the beads. Okay, but I'm sure there's another name for it, like there is for everything. But okay, guys, let's see. I think that is it for the bead tools. So let's get into the beads. Let's see, let's start. I have these bags out first. These beads came out of a package, a very large package. I've had them for a long time, so I'm not sure if they're really Walmart beads. I don't think so. I think I may have gotten these from the stores before Walmart's, like a Kresge's or a maybe Woolworths or something, but these have been around for a long time. Okay, these came off of, I think it was a necklace. It was a necklace that had a ton of little string beads on them, and I cut the necklace apart. I'm looking to my left to see if I see any necklaces over here, but no, I don't see them. So, but these came off a necklace. They're a little bit smaller. I know the beads have sizes, but honestly, I couldn't tell you the size. I can just tell you, yeah, these are the really small ones. These are the medium size, and these are the larger ones. Once again, whenever I am cutting to loose a necklace or a bracelet, I always save the seed beads that are in between. So that's what this one came from. Here's actual, I can show you. Yeah, this one has a lot of beads on it. These aren't the smallest seed beads, but they're next to the smallest seed beads. But look, I got the bugle beads on here as well. More of the small gold seed beads. The pewter color beads. More bugle beads, long beads. These are really nice too for earrings, guys. The bugle beads, because you can just stick your stem through it, and you can put a dangle on the bottom and a bead on the top, and it makes a really, really nice look. So as you can see from this one necklace, and this is an old necklace that, let me see, I think this could have come from, I don't know if you guys remember, but the first like discount stores, the chain Mervyn's, and I don't know if that's just a Great Lakes, in the Great Lakes area. When I say Great Lakes, I'm meaning, you know, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan, that area. And so, but I think there was a store there that was called Mervyn's, and I think that's where I got this one from. But look at the amount of beads, and I know this was no more than $5. Okay. Let's see here, some more beads. This is more in the copper type color. Beautiful. Okay, now this box of beads was purchased for me as a gift, and they're the really, really, really small beads, but there are a lot of them. Okay, and people who know me know that if you give me a gift, it used to be I used to always ask for a gift card to Joann Fabrics or to Michaels, but now Joann Fabrics is out of business, so now my family will get me gifts in the sewing or beading section, or an Amazon card or something like that. These are larger beads. This is by Blue Moon. It says 14-inch strands, eight pieces. But I was looking to see if I saw the size of them. Okay, and the majority of these are glass beads. Like these are glass beads. These are resin beads. These are like a faux pearl bead. Let me make some space and pull. I'm going to pull the lid over so we can just go through it a little bit quicker. I saw these. I'm thinking I used my Joann's coupon for these. I think. Because I think they had a 75% sale off. 75% off sale on these. Crystal. I don't know. I would just stop at the crystal here. Bazazi, whatever that's supposed to mean. And this is a Cousins Corporation. I've had a lot of things from Cousins. I wonder if they're still in business. I've been shopping Cousins forever, for decades. Okay, but anyway, I'm pretty sure I got this at Joann's. Okay. Once again, you can see here, this is a bracelet that's taken a loose. And you can see the beads in here. They're like a octagon kind of squarish bead. I really, really love the dimensions and the kind of texture they represent. But look at this bracelet. And this was a bracelet that a vendor traded off for some earrings, a couple pair of earrings. So I'll be able to use this brooch part, or this as a brooch after I cut all these off. This would make a beautiful pin or brooch. Take a look at that. I think that's gorgeous. And I love the colors. I love the colors on this. This is kind of like an eggplant color, so that's kind of really hard to get, that color. It's an eggplant, really, really dark purple. And then the color, the silver tone brass. So I am going to get a lot of use. And guys, look and see how many beads are on here. Oh. And when you put this on your jewelry, it's something about the shine or the gleam to it It's awesome. It just gives your earrings or your necklace a different look. So don't ever hesitate to look at bracelets and necklaces for your bead inventory, because this is just simply gorgeous. And like I said, I'll still be able to put a pin on the back of this and make this a brooch pin. Okay, this actually came from a necklace, or this is a necklace. And once again, I'll be using the seed beads off of this, as well as the leaf dangles. This is all resin, so this will be something that I will be making for my resin customers. But once again, this is another source of beads, so a lot of seed beads that's actually on this necklace that I'll be able to use. Okay, and I'm looking to my left, and I can see that I have a catch-all. I just keep these plastic containers because I never know when I'm going to need them again. So this was something that was taken loose. This was a bracelet that was taken loose, and some odd beads. And so I just threw them all in here. And sometimes when I'm doing a project where I just need a one-off or something, or if I'm short on some of my beads, I will go and pull this catch-all, and I'll normally find that color inside the catch-all. Okay, guys, these are bugle beads. Are beautiful. They're like a purple, bluish iridescent. Sure if you can see it, but they're bugle beads. And what I mean by bugle beads, they're like an oblong bead. So these are really pretty. And I won't take the beads out simply because it's so easy for them to fall all over the place. But what I will do, so I can quit reaching, is bring them a little bit closer. I'm not sure if this is I don't know where this came from. I'm looking at the container like this, but this container is full, completely full, so I'm not sure where this came from. It would look like it would fit. Let me see. Let me see if I can fit it in the center, maybe. No, there's something across the center. Okay, I don't want to fiddle with it now, but anyway, this is just another, this one and this one, so maybe there's another box like that. Could be. So I'm just going to set these aside. I'm just trying to put my hands on everything. But getting back to the necklace here, I think this is a necklace. Let me see if it's a necklace or a bracelet. Guys, this is trim. Denise. Yeah, this is trim. So, gosh, in Atlanta, there's a business that does nothing but trim. I can't remember which street that's on. But anyway, they had a 40% off sale. And I got this trim. And what I would do would just, I don't know if you can see at the top, I'll just keep rolling the trim over until it makes a tassel. So this is a cute tassel for me. This is a cute tassel, the purple tassel. And let me see if I put my bells up. I did the video before this. Oh, is this a bell right here? Okay, we're actually on bells. So you could see where I put a bell on top of this. I would actually put a stem through that, so you'd have a loop up here for your earring. But let me just, give me a second, guys. Let me see if I have anything that's a little bit more decorative. This is out of the bell drawer. But let's see. We can go here. I don't know if this is going to be big enough, wide enough. Not quite wide enough to push it down, but anyway, you get the gist of if I could push it all the way in, and then, like I said, I put a stem through the bottom, through the top, to make a loop for the for the ear wire, but not only does it serve that purpose, but it also serves the purpose where I just put a small bead underneath, a small bead on the bottom of the stem, and what it does is it keeps the tassel inside this bell. So you can just see how you can just really get a really nice earring out of that. Okay, so I'll take these off here, and I'll put that back there. Not sure why this is in the bead drawer, but and now I know why it's in the bead drawer, because it was in there with this, which I just assumed was beads. But this as well, guys, these are all trims. You just get them you buy a yard or a quarter of a yard or however much you want. This is all trim at the trim store. This makes gorgeous. Just roll it, make a tassel out of it, and it makes gorgeous. I don't know why I just put those bells up. I'm going to reach for them one more time because I thought there was a gold one in here. And what you can do is, sometimes the gold doesn't match, but what you can do is you can paint the top of this gold where the white is. You can paint it gold, and then you can just, slip your bell on the top. Once again, put a stem through the bottom, a gold stem through the bottom, put a bead on it, so it'll hold, and when you stick it through, then you have your ear wire on the top, and then you have your tassel secure. But see how that is? Yeah, I would just put either some gold fingernail polish or some gold metallic paint over the top of the trim, and then you just look at this, just a gorgeous pair of earrings you would have out of this. So yeah, I tell you, the possibilities are endless. Okay, let's get through this. Let me go through my 2 boxes here first. Once again, these are more of the bugle beads. They're glass. I really like them. They have kind of the bronze, the dark bronze color, which you don't see all the time with this particular style of bead. And so it would just make some gorgeous chandelier earrings. Gorgeous chandelier earrings. And I think, let me see, guys. Hold on one second. I'm looking. And this looks like, let me see, these could possibly work together. Yeah, this has just a 1 shade more of purple to it. It actually has 1 shade more purple to it. But it looked from afar as if I could work those together. Okay, and the other box would be my glass beads, and love these. This is a bulk pack. Where is this from? Because this looks like really like decades old. But I love this color because you can put it with any of your designs, and it'll just blend right in. You can put it with any of your designs. Whoever this is made by, they're saying that this is a silver bulk pack when it's actually clear, but maybe that's their definition of silver. Do it yourself. Is this Cousins? I need my glasses to see up that close, but maybe this is Cousins. Because I've bought so much stuff from Cousins that it is not funny. A whole bunch of crafts. Okay, so once again, this is a bag that's been split. These are spring color beads. I use this on a lot of my jewelry, my Easter jewelry, Mother's Day, and pop it in the spring, all of that, these color beads. And here, this is interesting. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is interesting. I am looking at stars. I am looking at little barrels. Let's see, these I think I can put in my hand. Let's see if I can get this top off, guys. Here a second. Maybe we can see them a little bit better. But can you see the stars and the barrels? This has like a black and gray design. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Yeah. So this is like a dark brass color and hematite. Yeah. The stars are hematite. So yeah, I'm going to set this aside because I'll be able to use these right away. That's the one good thing about going through all of this. There are just things that you've purchased over the years, and for me over decades, that you just actually forget about. Okay, now I'm looking at another container of the black bugle beads. You can never go wrong with black, silver, and gold. You'll use that more than anything. I try to buy anything that's black, silver, and gold in bulk because I know I'm going to use it. Here's some more of the glass beads, but they look just a tad bit bigger than the other beads. But yeah, these are more of the glass beads. Here's an empty. Well, is it empty? I hear something in here. Almost empty. Oh, it looks like it's orange. It's orange, so whenever I have one or two pieces of a certain color, it just tells me I need to buy more. So this is orange, and I don't have any other orange beads over here. I'm not counting the small beads over here to the side. I'm not counting that box. I think the only thing I have orange is this. So when I'm this low on beads, what I do when I gather it, the first thing I'm going to do is go to my orange box. So and I think I've covered the orange box in these videos. I think it may be color orange. I'm not sure. Probably somewhere in there between the 19th and 20th video. But anyway, I will go to my orange box and look and see if I have any more necklaces that have seed beads on them, or anything that has seed beads in it, and then I'll fill this up. And if I don't find anything, well, I can't go to Joann's now, but I'll go to one of the craft stores and fill that color up. Because the one thing that I don't like to do is to be out of any particular color, because when I sit down to design, I sit down to design, and I do not want to get up and have to go to the store because I'm out of something. So the majority of times I will put my designs on the lids, like I said, but it would be a much larger lid covering this complete area, and I will put everything out that I'm actually going to use. And at that point, I know whether or not I have enough to finish my project. No more surprises. I'm too old for that. When I was younger, I used to be, oh, okay, I don't have enough for this. No, at this age, I know at a glance whether I'm going to be short or not. So that is the benefit of aging. Okay, all right, so I have more of the seed beads. This is kind of like this is an iridescent. I'm seeing a tad of green in there, but I'm also seeing like a bronze color, kind of like, because this one here is like more green to me. Yeah, this is more green with a little bit of blue inside of it. So yeah, so this is a little bit more greenish bronze. This is a little bit more greenish blue bronze. Okay, and I love this color. I love this color. I love it. It's the purple. It's the purple bluish kind of bead. It has a hint of blue to it, but it's like a lavender blue. So it's not like a dark purple. You can really see both colors because it is a lavender blue. Let's see here. I have some big blue resin beads. So you can tell the resin from the glass beads. So I have some large blue resin beads. This is a metallic fuchsia pink metallic bead. To me, this looks like this is resin as well. Black, can't go wrong with that. This is definitely a black glass bead. Okay, and I got a full case, so that's good. Once again, I'm into my bluish purple, but this is more of a dark blue and a dark purple. versus the lavender that I had earlier, the lavender and the light blue. This is a dark blue and the dark purple. And I love this blue because this is that electric blue. The electric blue, it will, you put it on something and bam. Yeah, that's what you get. When you put this on something, you are going to see this color. You are not going to miss this electric blue. It reminds me of like a neon. It's bling. Okay, now the gold here, these are really, really tiny Raquels, I think that's what they call them. They're really, really tiny. And for me to chase beads around, I have to really be in the mood. I'm just like, nah, give me the larger ones. I'll make it work. The smaller ones for me they're just sometimes a challenge. Okay, and more of the fuchsia. More of the fuchsia. Okay, and here, these are like a clear on the outside, but a little bit of it's more of a taupish color. I was going to call it brass. I could call it brass, but to me it's more down the taupe line. Brass has a little bit more goldish yellow in it. This is a lighter eggplant. So I'm not sure. Let me see if these are both the same. Oh no, this looks like, I think they're supposed to be the same. But to me, this seems like a shade darker, and this is like a shade lighter. And for those of you at home that are saying, I really can't see the difference, may not be able to see the difference. I've worked with fabric my entire life, so I can tell when something is one shade off. Because if you've ever made a garment, and you got to the end and you're like, okay, what's wrong? What's wrong is either you have satin and you didn't cut them the same way, or you have corduroy, you didn't cut it the same way, or you went back to the store and got another yard, but they took it off a different bolt, even though it has the same SKU number. So yeah, that whole one shade off thing is something that you learn in sewing that you want to avoid. Okay, so this was the last, and I am looking to my left and to my right, guys. I think I've covered everything for the seed bead drawer. Our next goal is to move into the next drawer, which will be the, what are they? They are the satin sheer necklace, the lanyards for the necklaces, or the ribbon or strings for the necklace. That is going to be our next one, the ribbon necklaces or cording, that one. And then the very last video will be the hair. Yeah, the hair accessories. That's going to be the last one. Now, that does not, on the hair accessories, when I get to that, and I'll say it again, is when I'm actually going through that drawer. That's not going to be like for the scrunchies or anything like that. That's more like in my ribbon section. When I say hair accessories, that's going to be more for like the barrettes, the bars, the barrettes, the hair clips, the hair pins, different things like that. The scrunchies have a whole different world of their own, and I think they would be on the fabric side of my videos, not on the jewelry making side of my videos. So we haven't gotten to the fabric part yet. All right, guys, that is going to be it for this video. We have 2 more videos in this series that I just mentioned. I want to thank you guys for your time. It is greatly appreciated. I shall be back soon with the other 2 videos. If you like what you've seen so far, please like the video, subscribe to our channel. We'd love to have you, and please share this information. All right, guys, have a great day or great evening, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.